Well, howdy, howdy. Back for another daily devotional. We're still on the Oswald Chambers. My utmost for his highest. I'll stick with this for as long as it seems cool. So that's what we're gonna stick with. And yet again, I mentioned it's a good idea to get you one of these 365, 366 day devotionals and just set it somewhere where you're gonna be able to look at it and be able to pick it up and read it for a couple minutes every day. Get that habit. And consistency is key on endeavoring on anything. Yeah, more than the wanting and motivation behind it is consistency. So you can start out with something like this, get the habit of actually reading something spiritual, something from the Bible, then you'll be more likely to dive deeper. And, once you get that appetite wet. All right, so where are we at today? And if y'all hear my dogs in the background, I am so sorry. They're just going crazy. I just got home and haven't let them out yet. So let's get this done. The far-reaching rivers of life. He who believes in me, ... out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. John 7:38. A river reaches places which its source never knows. And Jesus said that if we have reached his fullness, rivers of living water will flow out of us, reaching and blessing even to the end of the earth. Acts 1:8. Regardless of how small the visible effects of our lives may appear to be, we have nothing to do with the outflow. This is the work of God, that you believe. John 6:29. God really rarely allows a person to see how great a blessing he is to others. A river is victoriously persistent, overcoming all barriers. For a while, it goes steadily on its course, but then it comes to an obstacle, and for a while it is blocked. Yet it soon makes a pathway around the obstacle, or a river will drop out of sight for miles, only later to emerge again, even broader and greater than ever. Do you see God using the lives of others, but an obstacle has come into your life and you do not seem to be of any use to God? Then keep paying attention to the source, and God will either take you around the obstacle or remove it. Hmm. The river of the Spirit of God overcomes all obstacles. I'll highlight that. The river of the Spirit over, overcomes all obstacles. Never focus your eyes on the obstacle or the difficulty. The obstacle will be a matter of total indifference to the river that will flow steadily through you if you will simply remember to stay focused on the source. Never allow anything to come between you and Jesus Christ. Not emotion nor experience. Nothing but nothing must keep you from the one great sovereign source. Think of the healing and far-reaching rivers developing and nourishing themselves in our souls. God has been opening up wonderful truths to our own minds, and every point He has opened up is another indication of the wider power of the river that He will flow through us. If you believe in Jesus, you will find that God has developed and nourished in you mighty rushing rivers of blessing for others. I like that. That was really good. Really good principles. I mean, you get that principle of, I think one of the main things of it is a lot of times we don't see, and most time we don't see our impact. That whole butterfly effect or whatever of what our little actions and our obedience to God and just doing those little things in our daily lives, way and honoring God and in those things, how they affect others on down the line and on through not just our lives, but on through other lives that it goes from that person to another person to another person to another person. And who is it? The Wesleys? I think John Wesley and his brother. I think this is the right story, but um, both of them accredited most of their, you know, their great or their faithfulness with God and all their ministries to their mother, and because their mother was so faithful and so, she didn't affect anybody, and as far as she understood, except for her kids, but she had no idea how she would affect her kids and how just that her faithfulness to God and her example would transpire over to these two boys that would change the entire world. Hello, how you doing? So yeah, every little thing that we don't see as being a big thing, it may not seem like much to us. Just being faithful to your family, faithful to your friends, um, just being there. A lot of times you don't see the impact down the timeline. Of how big it is in the future, and you may never see it. You may never even see it in your own lifetime. I mean, think about Abraham, in his promise for the promised land. Um, he didn't get to see it in his own life, but his family, his that promised land in the future kingdom of of the Abrahamic lineage was started with him and was fulfilled. It was a promise from God, and he believed it all the way to his death. But he did not get to carry it over. You know, he had, he had to let his next generations do it. But it happened. You know, and his faithfulness with God is what led that to that. So, and now we're looking back on him as the father of the whole Jewish nation and all of Israel and Christianity, and the father of even other religions and things. I think they attribute back to him. So he had a huge impact because of that faithfulness, and maybe he saw it. I don't think he could really perceive in that moment how much of an impact he would have for billions and billions and billions of people throughout the world. I mean, it's amazing. So feeling like you're frustrated and got those obstacles like he was talking about in your life, um, God's flowing through you, and He's going to make a way. you know. So, and you just don't see the impact. You just have to trust Him that He's going to make that impact. It's not on you; it's on Him. So, anyways, kind of a short one today, but it was a pretty sweet and simple message that he gave today. So, or his wife wrote down for him, or whatever. So, all right. Well, y'all have a great afternoon, and I will check y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Love you.